Welcome to the Tennis Warehouse shoe review of the ASICS Gel Resolution 9. Known as one of the most stable, durable, and comfortable shoes on the market for over a decade now, this 9th version is designed with kinetic stability in mind. The Dynawall technology from the previous version is now extended from the medial side into the heel, giving you more confidence when changing directions. The upper material is constructed in a checkerboard pattern to provide a comfortable fit and support that follows your movement. The signature gel cushioning throughout the midsole creates a responsive feel and comfort underneath the foot, while the outsole features a separated heel construction for smoother landings. ASICS High Abrasion Rubber Plus on the outsole comes backed by a 6-month outsole durability guarantee. I've been a big fan of the ASICS Gel Resolution series of shoes. Still remember testing out the very first version, which was actually quite a bit different feeling in the sense that that first one was very, very soft, very comfortable, but didn't have a whole lot of stability built in. It was almost too flexible. And as the shoes evolved, it's really turned into one of my favorite shoes on the market. Been my shoe of choice when I was playing singles tournaments and stuff like that. But this update definitely does not disappoint. It's not a big tweak or a huge change from the previous one, which I really liked. But the subtle updates did make a big difference. One of the things that we say about shoes often when we're testing is if you're not thinking about it while you're out on court, it's not bothering you, it's doing a good job. And I don't really think I ever really thought about this shoe while I was on court. It just flexed with my foot really well. It was comfortable, very stable. So whenever I needed to change directions or push off, the shoe is just very trusty in that sense. One of the things that I really did notice is the upper material change with this sort of checkerboard pattern. It just provides a more comfortable, supple feel, but it still holds you in place really well. Testing it next to the Court FF3, this one does have a little bit lower ride, a little bit more responsive feel underfoot, so maybe not as plush or soft as I've come to like over my shoes lately. So I might go with the Court FF3 for a little bit more of a midsole cushion. But overall, this shoe's just trusty, stable, reliable, and that durability guarantee is great for you tournament players.
I've been fortunate enough to have tested every iteration of the Gel Resolution except for the 7, and I feel like with each update, they've been pretty subtle with gradual improvements. With the addition of the Dynawall in the Gel Resolution 8, I think that's probably the single biggest change they've made to this model, and it made an already stable shoe even more so. Now with the 9, I felt like the changes, like Troy said, are pretty minor. The Dynawall has been expanded toward the heel, and on court I can definitely feel that the shoe is super stable when moving side to side. I also felt like the shoe was really comfortable to wear, and the cushioning underfoot was really nice. And unlike the 8, I felt like this one didn't need a break-in period. I felt like I needed a slight one with the 8, but not so much with this one. I also love the traction with this shoe. There's definitely enough grip there where I could push off without slipping, but I was able to slide out of my shots as well. My one negative with the shoe has been negative with the 8 and other previous Gel Resolution models, and that's with the heel slippage. But to alleviate that issue, I felt like I just had to use that last eyelet, and then since my lace is up pretty tight, and then I was able to fix that problem. All in all though, I really enjoyed this play test. It was super fun for me. I thought the 8 was my favorite Gel Resolution, but with these minor changes, the Gel Resolution 9 is now my new favorite Gel Resolution shoe.
I've been fortunate enough to put a ton of hours testing the new Gel Res 9, and what a pleasure. It's quickly become one of my favorite shoes to wear. I love the low to the ground feel I get from this shoe. It really helps me when I'm on the defense and I'm scrambling and trying to chase down shots and I'm getting pulled either deep off the baseline or pulled super wide. This shoe's there to support me and give me that sense of security that I'm really looking for to dig out of that situation and get back in the point and play some aggressive tennis. Perfect blend of grip and give when it comes to traction from this one. So what I mean by that is it's got enough give to help me just slide a little bit out of shots. Also pivot quickly when I'm looking for those fine adjustment steps. The shoe rotates nicely on the court, but then when I want to make a quick sprint up to the net, chase down a short ball, I've got plenty of grip to get me there at maximum speed. Love the way the uppers support my feet. They flex in all the right places, support in all the right places. So as I said, quickly become one of my favorite shoes, and definitely one I look forward to playing a lot more in.
Happy to be here today to talk about a shoe I'm always happy to be named to a play test, especially if it's a shoe that I really love. The Gel Res 9, definitely my favorite shoe to play or just wear around the court these days. Like Troy mentioned, there's just been some slight tweaks and evolutions to this shoe since the 3. I've been wearing it all the way through the 9. Now this one is a little heavier. It's about 15 ounces as opposed to 14.7 with the prior Gel Res 8. I do feel like you're a little lower to the ground without sacrificing any real comfort, no break-in time. I definitely enjoyed the comfort and stability the extension of the Dynawall afforded me. It kind of wraps all the way around the foot, feels like a tub in a race car, really helps support, keep that shoe from bending and twisting, movement around the court. Traction's just as it ever was. It's great on any kind of a hard court. Definitely my favorite shoe. If you have a medium width foot, lengthwise, these are pretty true to size, but I'd say they're a snug medium. This is probably going to be a shoe worth looking at. And good news, they don't last very long, but there is a 2E version of this shoe, but get them while they're still here because they definitely go pretty quick. Overall, favorite shoe of the year, best shoe I've played in a long time.
That wraps up our playtest of the ASICS Gel Resolution 9. For more information on these shoes or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.